And you do the same thing with Ed DePaul, which to me was unbelievable. Everybody knows Ed DePaul was doing this as a business. Everybody knows that. Truth, you're not. I know you're a smart dude. I know you're not that dumb. All right. Ed DePaul in his shipping packages, it clearly says like BNP or BNZ Collectibles or something like that. BNZ Enterprises, or I forget what it says. BNP Enterprises. What do you think that means? What is an enterprise to you? It's a business. He's obviously doing it to get some sort of tax write-offs on this stuff because he's doing it as a business. Excuse me, anybody who does that, anybody who has a sticker like that, means that they're doing it for tax write-offs. Anybody. Anybody. Alright? I mean, it's not that difficult. And then you claim, oh, I didn't know Ed DePaul was doing that or whatnot. I call a crockload of BS on that, seriously. You know, I mean, seriously, all your, you know, you talk about my cronies doing this and whatnot. And speaking of cronies, what was it, early summer, when I was in a blog room, I had one of my blog viewers in my room. We wanted to do some basketball cards. Truth was on at the same time. He was doing a baseball break. The viewer in my blog room said, hey, maybe there's some guys who want to do basketball or hanging around Truth's room that don't know we're doing basketball when they're doing baseball. I said, okay, cool. You can go over there and ask or whatnot, right? Just be polite about it. This particular person goes into Truth's room, then spams my link. Alright, not the smartest thing to do. Goes and spams my link, immediately then gets kicked, okay? It's not the way I even told him to go over, and I didn't tell him to go over and spam anything. Immediately, Chad, you, and about 20 of your cronies proceeded to flood my room immediately and called me out, started cursing at me. I started getting racial slurs. I'm not necessarily saying you said it, Chad, because you actually did not. You actually, quote-unquote, said something like, what the F, Aslan, like, something like that. Don't come to my room doing that. Something to that extent. To which I then simply said, that wasn't me, Chad. I had nothing to do. I said, I didn't tell that guy to come in and spam your room. My friend Cold Army 1313, who was an operator, then booted you. He probably shouldn't have done that. I then yelled at Cold Army for booting you. I guess you got pissed. Cold Army then tried to go in your room to apologize, and then you banned him right from it. Anyway, for the next half an hour, 45 minutes or so, all your guys proceeded to come into my room. And I'm not just talking to Mac Daddies and whatnot of the world. I'm talking to everybody came into my room, from your room. And DePaul came into my room, giving me a lecture about, like, how I should go about doing. First of all, I didn't even come into your room and do any of that kind of stuff. You know, you guys have always had beef with me. This has just been like one big excuse, one big justification to completely go off on me, get everybody to bandwagon, just pounce on me and rant on me. With personal attacks, mind you. Ranting is different. But, you know, I've been subjected to a lot of crap from you guys. A lot of crap, man. Including that night, including people crapping on the night with RBI Crew, including, you know... And that's not the first time that's happened, by the way. People invading another room and whatnot from your room. Because I know another time that's happened. I won't go into it. You know, and stuff like this. Not cool, man. Not cool whatsoever. I'm not saying it's necessarily you. But control your guys. You know? Control your cronies, as you like calling them and whatnot. Because my guys don't come over there and spam all your comments. Thumbs down everything, 1-star all your videos and whatnot. My guys actually have supported me in the background. I've had a lot of texts and calls over the last couple of days from a bunch of YouTubers. I've had my inbox blown up with a lot of guys that have actually had my back, even admitting that, well, yes, I did come off as an ass, which I've admitted to, but they knew that I had no malicious intent to it whatsoever. And... really, man, I mean, that's where it needs to stop. So, don't call me out for, you know, leading the revolution or doing all those other kinds of things and whatnot, or calling out what I do in blog, and you're not even in my blog room and whatnot. I mean, if I want to go do stand-up comedy on a Saturday night, and I want to use, like, if I want to use profane jokes, that's different than my profession, man. I can do that if I want. Same way you can chew tobacco if you want, and increase the rates of you getting esophageal cancer. Hey, we all got our things that we can do. As long as I'm not doing it in my medical practice, as long as you're not doing it when you're coaching high school baseball, it's all good, man. It's all good. Doesn't make you better than me, doesn't make me better than you. So just keep that in mind. People who don't make like multiple fake accounts just to try to like slanderize me and put things in writing and, you know, accuse me in a libelous fashion and whatnot. You know, seriously, truth. You ban anybody who doesn't agree with your opinion, whether it be in your text comment responses, or whether it be in your blog room, man. I've seen it happen all the time, man. Seriously, you talk about freedom of speech in a free open forum. You sure are not a man of your actions, because you really don't believe in freedom of speech, do you? At all. You believe in freedom of your own speech. To these guys that I've addressed, with the exception of Bob Gibson fan, obviously, back in Cali, who, I mean, if you want to talk to me, that's cool. If you don't, it's cool. Neil, Case, I feel no need to apologize to any one of you guys, because I've presented enough evidence from my side to show the hypocrisy that lays on the other side of the tracks. It's up to you, the audience and the jury, to decide, you know, the hypocrites and the liars out there and whatnot. I've said my piece. I've apologized. I hope a lot of you people do appreciate that and understand where I'm coming from. And if you really ever have a problem with me, PM me and whatnot. Something, by the way, truth, that you never bothered doing. You always offer everybody to call you and whatnot. You never once did that with me. You never once did that. You never asked to call me. You never did. You probably had some sort of ingrained hatred of me right from the get-go, like a lot of these guys and whatnot. Because you guys usually at least make the effort, like you do with the old Irish Reb and NHL and whatnot. Never did the same thing with me, man. And honestly, that's all I need to know. Again, I apologize to the rest of you guys out there. I'm going to go back to reverting to the way I used to be with my breaks. Just keep it short, simple, a couple of little commentaries here and there. I will continue my my aspirations of creating this website, hopefully in the next quarter, for you know, interlinking the websites as a central hub and whatnot. And I guess I thank you all who have sat through this entire spiel this whole time, because this is really long. I understand that. I apologize for everything. I apologize for this lengthy video, multi-part, and that's it. Take it for what it is. This is Aslan signing off. Thank you.